So we're 5 days removed from the second assassination attempt of Donald Trump in West Palm Beach, Florida on Sunday, and a lot of questions remain about the would-be assassin, 58-year-old suspect Ryan Wesley Routh. We understand that he had a long arrest record and that he has been very open about Ukraine. He was a Ukraine fanatic, traveled there. We're talking about an unemployed roofer, by the way. Somehow had the money to travel to Ukraine. He tried to join the Ukrainian army, but he was consistently rejected.
I'm 56, so initially they were like, well, I have no military experience, so they're like, you're not an ideal candidate. So they said, not right this minute.
All right, not any minute. Our next guest was with Routh in Ukraine back in 2022. She ended up reporting him to authorities because of his behavior. Chelsea Walsh is with us now. She was a nurse serving in Ukraine back in 2022. Chelsea, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you.
So I just want you to take us through it. So you're in Ukraine in 2022. You meet a guy named Ryan Routh. This is the same guy Sunday that allegedly tried to kill Donald Trump. Tell me about him.
Well, Ryan didn't seem like he was dangerous at first, but over time, you got to know that there's something very off about this man. There were a lot of red flags that built up.
What kind of red flags?
He was getting involved in things he shouldn't have been involved with, in both the humanitarian and the military aspects of things. He had very disturbing conversations with people, including myself. He had very creepy and suspicious behaviors.
What's creepy?
So one of the things that was creepy was Ryan had a tendency to lurk the streets of Kyiv. He would walk up and down the streets all day looking for people, keeping tabs on people. He always wanted to know where people were and what people were doing. And that was always something that was a little unsettling.
Okay. Did he ever talk about Donald Trump or anybody else? I know it's been over 2 years, but was assassination, was that ever like a topic of conversation with this guy?
Yes, Ryan frequently spoke about killing and assassinating world leaders. He did speak about Trump and Biden, but I can't remember at this time what was said exactly because it's been over 2 years and no one followed up with me.
Yeah. What did your friends, what did your colleagues, what did people that you were close with, and I know it's been 2 years, but what was the overall, and we've all been in a situation like this where somebody just doesn't quite fit in with the others. What did they say about him?
So a lot of other people who knew him thought that he was very eccentric, that he was very odd, but they underestimated him. And as a nurse, I'm trained to detect when somebody's a threat to themselves or others. I deemed that Ryan was a threat to others, and I kept telling people, don't underestimate him.
Okay, so you reported him. What does that mean exactly? Who'd you report him to?
I reported him to Homeland Security when I returned from Ukraine the first time, and then I reported him the following year to the FBI and Interpol.
Okay, so that's serious. You didn't just report him to somebody casually at your location. You took it all the way, and they apparently did nothing.
Not until after this incident.
Okay, so Chelsea, you're a nurse. You went to Ukraine. You're clearly committed. You clearly were invested in the cause when you were there in 2022, but you left Ukraine. Why?
The first time I left Ukraine was related to a very disturbing conversation that I had with Ryan that I'd rather not go into on air. But he left me feeling very unsettled and possibly that I was in danger being around him if I stayed longer.
Oh, my goodness. And I know this is an ongoing investigation, but you felt threatened by his presence. Is that fair?
Yes.
Okay. Chelsea, appreciate you being with us this morning. Best of luck to you. Appreciate you sharing your story. It's so bizarre. Just quickly, when this happened on Sunday, and you heard that it was this guy that you remember from Ukraine 2 years ago, that surprised you?
No, it didn't surprise me that he did this. It did surprise me that he didn't pull the trigger.
That he didn't pull the trigger?
Correct.
Wow. Chelsea Walsh, appreciate you being with us. Thank you. Thank you for telling your story.